When Redfall first got announced, I, as well as many, didn't care. We didn't get any gameplay, and the CGI trailer just wasn't impressive. So going into this showcase, I was expecting to see Redfall and what makes it so unique. Instead, Arcane's specialty is making immersive sims, where there are a number of ways to approach a situation, but I'm not seeing that in Redfall. All I'm seeing is a bunch of shooting. I was this close to writing this game off until I saw the Xbox and Bethesda Extended Showcase, where Arcane delved more into Redfall. They talked about various things like the skill tree, different locations, and more. It was as if this should have been what they presented on Sunday. Yo, what's good? You already know I'm KenWal, and Redfall is a lot more interesting than I thought. Before, I thought Redfall was gonna be another fun, wannabe Left 4 Dead co-op shooter, great for Game Pass, but not worth $60 game. But when Arcane starts talking about it, it makes me a little optimistic that I'll be proven wrong. So today we're going to talk about how Redfall is setting itself apart from its competition. Before we begin, allow me to give you a friendly reminder to like this video, and if you end up enjoying it here at my channel, know that I keep you up to date with the latest news on open world games and video essays where I go deeper into other gaming topics. Other links in the description box below. Thanks, crew. Now coming next year, Redfall is an open world Left 4 Dead like co-op shooter set in the town of Redfall, Massachusetts. It is up to these four protagonists to save the town from a vampire outbreak. Or is it invasion when it comes to vampires? I don't know. You can play as Devender Crowsley, a cryptozoologist, Layla Ellison, an engineer with telekinetic powers gained from an experiment gone wrong, Remy De La Rosa, who has a robot helper called Bribin, and Jacob Boyer, an ex-sniper with a vampiric eye and a pet raven's ghost. Whoever you pick will be the character you have to stick with throughout the game. Redfall is playable with 4 players or by yourself from beginning to end. The only caveat is that the host of the session will be the only one making story progress. I really hope the story is enjoyable because anything dealing with vampires usually sucks really badly. Twilight, Vampire Diaries was good in the beginning, then like everything on the CW, it went to shit. Abraham Lincoln, The Vampire Hunter, and worst of all, Morbius.
Me when I'm hungry.
The list goes on. I know that this was only the first gameplay trailer and they couldn't show everything, but don't you want to show something that's unique, not something that we've seen before? Like, where are the elements of Arcane in this game? Earlier, I said that Arcane makes immersive sims where there are a number of ways to approach a situation. I really rock with these types of games, hence why I was confused looking at the gameplay for Redfall, because I'm like, how? Arcane says the gameplay for Redfall is heavily inspired by their previous work, but with more of an emphasis on action instead of stealth. At first, I didn't like this, but when the creative director talked more about it, I think it could be very interesting. How Smith describes it, it sounds like stealth can be a double-edged sword. Stealth, sure, it can be very useful for getting good vantage points or avoiding combat, but it can backfire. Smith says stealth generates these moments where you think you're moving through an area and no one hears you, no one sees you, but suddenly you have a tail and you're kidding one set of enemies into another set of enemies. This sounds like a very interesting mechanic because stealth in games is usually always just the best option. If this is done well, then this will definitely make encounters unique. It looks like if you're playing solo, stealth will definitely come more in handy compared to co-op, which will probably be easier to just go guns blazing, especially with all the synergized abilities you have. This next detail I'm about to reveal is the detail that got me on board with this game because, again, I thought this game was just going to be like Left 4 Dead, Back 4 Blood, where you're just shooting vampires and that's the goal. But I just did not know how big this game was. As a matter of fact, I didn't know this game was open world. Redfall's open world will have many activities to do, like clearing nests that gives you loot, saving neighborhoods, and clearing cult outposts. I did not expect this. I hope everything that they're saying is actually good when we play it, but it shows me that this game is a lot bigger than I previously thought. In fact, Redfall has 2 completely separate maps, a downtown area which will be the setting in the first half of the game, and a rural zone. What is a really cool detail about this town is how the day-night cycle works. In the story, a vampire witch manages to put the sun in a permanent eclipse. Now, depending on the time of the day, enemies will react differently. Like during sunset, enemies are more dangerous. There will be different types of vampires, like some will grab you and separate you from the team. There's also a hierarchy for vampires that you will go against as you progress through the game. Vampire hierarchies, vampires reacting differently depending on the time of day, the activities in the open world. Like, this is what I wanted to see from this game. This is what makes it stand out. Like, I'm just wondering, what else have they been hiding? I get it, you're trying to get people on board with your new IP, so you gotta show a lot of action and just guns blazing. But coming off of Back 4 Blood, I want to see something different. I don't want to see all of that because I know that's going to be guaranteed fun. I know shooting up the vampires and working with teammates is going to be fun, but I want to see Arcane's approach to this. And now that they got a chance to talk about it, it makes me a lot more excited to see what's to come with Redfall. In conclusion, I'ma finally put some respect on Redfall. I'm liking what I'm hearing from this game. Again, this is what I wanted. I wanted to see how Arcane's design is going to be put into a Left 4 Dead-like game, and it's sounding very promising. Hopefully we get this game in June. I will probably be posting more Redfall videos when we get more news. As always, you already know I'm KenWal. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Peace.